You're old, groaning like a geezer.
Hello, everybody. It's once again time for Graybeards Studio. This is episode number 87, 13 away from 100. What a special time that's going to be. We are doing a little inspiration video today. We watched videos last week of mainly Bill Sienkiewicz, and it sort of inspired me. I thought, why don't we do like a Sienkiewicz episode where we're trying to kind of push the envelope style wise and do something weird and unusual. So that's what we're going to try and do today. Next week, we'll be back to the regular format. I know some people are getting a little antsy. Hey, where's the poll? You're not changing the show, are you? No, we're just trying to mix it up a little bit every once in a while to keep it fresh. But as you all know, I can't do this show by myself. I do have co-hosts, so let's bring them in. Here's a guy is now known as D Wizzle Faux Shizzle. It's David Williams. Are you psyched to like work outside the box today?
Hold on, I got a mouthful of graham crackers.
See, I ate before you came on the show. All right. Well, I'll check back with you. Here's a guy that needs to be checked on regularly because he might have fallen and not be able to get up. It's Scary Martin.
Hold on a second. Oh, okay.
You hear okay now? Is that you get it out of there? You see those videos they put on TikTok where they pull like weird stuff out of people's ears, and it's usually something.
No,
there was this giant worm, and
it's not something I would.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting for something to crawl out from like Star Trek 2 or something, come out of your ear. I was a little disappointed. Let's welcome our other permanent guest host, apparently. Some people call him Joan Rivers. I call him Dan Lawless. Here he is. Hey, Dan.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Did you notice I changed? You guys notice I changed the intro?
Nope.
Not really, no.
No.
Play it again.
All right. Watch
We don't
the
even
intro.
listen.
You look disappointed.
Wait, got to check
No,
first. Everybody got their hearing aids in?
Yeah.
Everyone got their hearing aids in, their orthopedic pedals in place?
Yep.
No, play it again, Aaron. Play it again.
All right. Here it is.
You're old, groaning like a geezer.
Yes.
Did you play that before?
Yeah.
Yes, that was what was on this. That was the new. I added it last night. I thought, well, who knows if Kelsey's ever going to be back. So if Dan's going to be here every week, fill it in for Kelsey. He better get a title card. So there you go.
Okay, well,
I appreciate it. It's awesome, man.
yeah, and it looks like
Love Joan Rivers, that's for sure.
I got moved up on the pecking order.
Don't
anyway,
say
Just making it in.
Dan as Joan Rivers.
My girlish good looks that got me
That's
in.
right. Huh?
Dan as Joan Rivers. Don't say anything controversial that'll get you killed.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't say anything about the Obamas. It might.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
geez, that
let's
was
see who's in
creepy.
the chat here and get this show rolling. Mark Pengren is here. He's first. He claims first. Congratulations for being here first, Mark. You get nothing but our appreciation.
Yeah, our
Victor's
respect.
here. All right, Victor has been just berating me about this. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of Soul Reaver, The Dead Shall Rise?
Nope.
No.
Now he's telling me that it's a campaign. I don't know if it's a video game or what it is. That's on Kickstarter. That's raised over like $3 million or something ridiculous like that. And he said we should dedicate a show to drawing Soul Reaver, The Dead Shall Rise, because we get like a huge audience because so many people.
Okay, yeah, let's help them get more money.
Yeah.
Let's raise money for them.
Right.
Creative Phase here. She says, Aaron, concerning yesterday's professionals topic, my picks are Wraith of God for hero, Lord Pumpkin for villain, and live action hero Ghost Rider, although that one would change if Tom Cruise plays one. Okay.
Is that a rumor?
No, we did like our favorite. We did female superhero, then female villain, and then female actress that played a superhero or villain in a movie. And so Creative Faye was like touting Wraith of God. Well, she flipped it, of course, and went for guys instead.
No, I'm just saying that's her dream. Tom Cruise playing Ghost Rider.
Sure. I guess
That'd probably work. That makes sense. That'd be cool.
Or is she saying that she doesn't like it if Tom Cruise plays one, and that it would change her mind if he played one of the characters? Although that one could change if Tom Cruise. Oh, I see. Okay, no, that's a positive for Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is getting up there, though, isn't he? I mean, he's
as old as we are. He could be on this show.
I know.
Well, that's a safe superhero then for him to play. It's Ghost Rider.
Right.
He could just mold right into the part.
Right.
Doesn't even need any CG.
Played bocce ball with the boys, and then something happened to me, and now I'm Ghost Rider.
JAV Stylor is here. Past Master Dan, of course, is joining us. Leslie Gleason, definitely looking forward to this. His expressionistic style has been a big influence on my art. Okay, well, let's see if it's a big influence on us or not. Leg Kick is here because Leg Kick is almost always here. John without an H is here. Repairman Jack. So we get to vote no more, just like 2020, I guess. I told you we get to vote next week again, you guys.
If you learn nothing, that Aaron is a creature of habit, that we will not.
I don't like change.
Yeah, it took a lot of fancy talk to get him to alter the format just for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so it's
now. Do you guys take in mail-in ballots as well for these? Because there's a truckload out there. I swear it's just.
Well, we usually shut down voting at 3 a.m. and then allow the truckloads of mail-in voting to come in. Toshiro is here. Marcus Killer Group, purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge. Angela Chocolates McCurry. Angela Chocolates Curry is here.
You just might have invented chocolate curry.
Yeah.
Maybe. Ronan's here. He said you should make a wanted poster for Dirty Dan Lawless in the background of Wraith 3 as an Easter egg. Oh, God, that would be funny.
Well, it's not an Easter egg anymore if you announce it ahead of time.
That's true, Ronan. You just ruined the whole thing. I was going to do it, and now I can't.
Nice going.
That was your big shot, Dad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Blown. Lone Star Vipers here. Kellraiser, greetings to the group. He says, in the process of leaving work, so I'll be listening in my car. Isn't that exciting that we're on the radio? Oh, maybe he's listening to it on his iPhone, I guess, maybe. Birdman Burr is here. Henry Bemis, all the way from Oregon. Pitty Ma is joining us. Robert the Bruce. Matthew Muma is here. Robert Dones Pills is joining us. Lord Hinson Comic Skater. Best Age Comics Quorum. Bruce Sma Artist is joining us. Skull Nasher. Captain Bipto. Man, I have a hard time with that one. Henry Jeremick. Let's see. We got Dan the Pizza Man Genovese has returned. Good to see him. He's a monster joining us as well. Rage at the Illusion. Let's see. Paulus
Is
Arts.
that new? Has he
Who?
been on before? Rage the Illusion?
I think Rage at the Illusion has been here before.
That
sounds familiar.
I'm not familiar with that name. I'm intrigued.
I know. Well, you're the guy who's supposed to be watching the chat, Gary, and yet you really don't. So it doesn't surprise me. You're not aware of who's in the chat.
I have important things to do.
Got one job. One job.
Soap makers joining us. Sean Willits is here. Best Age Comics says, what's this? Going from Bob McLeod's sweet, clear storytelling in New Mutants to Bill Sienkiewicz Demon Bear was the most traumatic, stomach-wrenching episode of my 80s comic reading experience. Wow.
Traumatic, stomach-wrenching?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was quite a stylistic change.
It sounds like a luncheon at McDonald's.
Yeah, the stomach wrenching starts when you have to realize you're paying $9 for a Big Mac now. And it just gets worse from there.
That's the traumatic part.
Yeah, Bloody Drake is here. The Normie Nerd is here. Jim Alaska, all the way from Alaska, maybe says, "Where is Kelsey? If only we knew, Jim. If only we knew." Well, let's see.
We should have put a microchip on him.
If you had a phone, we could but he doesn't have a phone, so we can't put that little.
No, we got to implant one in.
Right.
Got to put it under
We have
his
to.
skin, you know.
We have to catch him.
Find him first.
Yeah, he's like Bigfoot. We have to catch him, pin him
tag
down,
him.
and
Right.
tag him with the chip.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
We follow and study his movements. We learn a lot from his artistic ability.
Yeah.
If we learn how to draw like him, we got to.
People monitoring his movements.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be at his drawing table, up to the refrigerator, back to the drawing table. He reaches for his computer, but then pulls back and goes back to the drawing table. Oh, Brian Smith says, "Aren't we getting 2 beefs from Gary this week?" Indeed, we are. So sit tight for that exciting development. Stealth X5 for $2 says hello. Thank you, Stealth. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Stealth. You've established a tradition here.
I know, and we appreciate it. It's
How do you
consistency.
guys even see him?
Huh?
We can't.
How do you guys even see him?
We can't.
He's
He's
so
in stealth
stealthy,
mode.
but he always leaves $2 behind wherever he goes.
Yeah. So that's his
Oh, okay.
call.
That's his. That's how you if you want to shoot him down. His vapor trail is $2.
That's right. Okay, you want to hear a weird story? So I live in Oregon, right? And we all know this is California, Oregon, Washington, liberal capital of the world, probably, except for maybe New York.
Land of the fruits and nuts.
Yes. And so you can tell in our neighborhood, obviously, there's a few people that have Harris Watts, signs in their yard, right? And then you have several people that have American flags hanging in their house or outside their house, but no yard signs. But you automatically know that they're voting for Trump if they're hanging an American flag. So we have an American flag hanging outside our house. So I go to the mailbox on Monday, not realizing that it was, Labor Day and there'd be no mail. Sticking out of my mailbox. Now I don't have where the flip down ones. We have those neighborhood mailboxes where everybody has a little slot and a key.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Okay. So I have one of those. So I walk down there, and sticking out of my mailbox is a $20 Trump bill. Okay. So it's a $20 US bill. It's fake, obviously, but it has Trump's picture in the middle, and it's sticking out of my mailbox. And I'm like, is this just by happenstance? Someone came by and just happened to, it was at eye level and stuck it in my box. Or is someone threatening me? Or is someone saying, hey, we're on the same side, buddy. Here's your Trump 20. I don't know what to make of it.
Why, do you have a sign on your...
A good thing.
Whatever
Aaron, do you have a sign out?
No. Be crazy. I don't
Right.
want to get vandalized. I put my American flag out. That kind of says all I need to say.
Yeah, I think I was talking to my brother the other day, and he was complaining, the cringe flag, the LBGQXYZ flag.
Yeah.
He says, they have a flag. How come we don't? I says, we do. And that's when it dawned on me that if you fly an American flag, that makes you a conservative.
Yeah, it automatically.
Yeah, well, they
still
say
live all in the same country. That now the American flag has become a symbol of a certain group instead of for everybody, and that made
actual
sad.
Americans is what it's a symbol of.
Yeah, made me sad.
Very, very strange times we live in. Henry Bemis says living in Portland has made Aaron paranoid. You better believe it.
Yeah.
Bassmaster Dan, of course, getting it down to this bare essentials. Stuck it in my box, Low Presti. So there's my new quote that's going to get clipped. All righty. Let's do a little show and tell here. I've got some really cool stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I guess we'll find out. David, do you have anything you want to share with us?
Nope.
Thank you. Gary.
Come on, David.
We know David's working on Fearsome, and he can't show any of that. He's working on a story for me, and we can't show any of that yet. So,
David, if you just like stick your fist into your trash bin and pull it out, you'll find something that we will.
All right, let me see if that works.
It's like a magic trick. He's reaching in. He's going to come out with like a Hostess cupcake wrapper.
Drawings. Okay, see? It's called, it's all food.
Burritos. Oh, well.
There's no art supplies or drawings in there. It's all food.
There could be a drawing in there.
Well, we know what David's
He may have accidentally ate it.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Wait a minute. Look at this. Look at, don't you?
There's even crumbs. He's like, he pulled crumbs out of the.
I got paper towels.
It's all part of the art.
I got paper towel sections laying around here that I've drawn on. Come on, David. Look at this.
Wow.
I think this should be a new segment we see every week. What's in David's trash?
I think I'm going to add it. I like it. What does that say?
What is that?
It's this sauce. It's called black truffle hot sauce. It's so good.
Okay, see,
It
that's
sounds pretty
fascinating. This is new to me.
Yeah, see, we were learning stuff already.
Let's see that again.
Black truffle hot sauce.
How come it's orange?
Well, because it's I don't know, but it's good.
Wait a minute, what's that? There's a pen package up there on top of your garbage. What is that?
Yeah, it was like unpacking microns.
Oh, you get like the individually wrapped
one at a time?
You don't buy
because some of them I don't use and it's a waste.
I just bought a whole package of
you can buy.
You don't
you can
go
buy
through
like
them that fast?
6 of the same number in a package.
Yeah, I buy I bought out of 8. I just bought like 12 8s. So there you go. Well, thank you, David, for sharing. It was we learned.
Also crumbs on his.
It's Sienkiewicz, so you can leave the food on the paper.
Yeah, you're right.
Utilize those crumbs in the art.
That's right.
That's
all
cool.
right, Gary, let's take a look at what you got here. Oh, look out!
That's cool.
So
yeah, I love these recreations that are like
Kirby's granddaughter on Twitter, and she was posting a lot of his artwork celebrating his birthday. And there's a couple of pieces that I've been wanting to do recreations of, so I just like pushed everything off my drawing table, and I was like Kirby City here for a couple of days. And this piece is called Jacob and
I bet you had fun.
Yeah.
What's this from?
He did. I think this was like a portfolio, and this piece was released as a poster.
Oh, okay.
And just the idea, Jacob fighting an angel. So the guy in the Kirby tech is the angel because those are the wings.
Oh, I gotcha.
This piece is, the concept fascinates me. His composition, that famous X that he did, David utilizes that a lot. It has everything that I like about Kirby in this one piece.
Yeah.
It's got the tech. It's got a cool, muscular Kirby hero.
I never thought Jacob in the Bible was that buffed, but maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm sure he's ripped.
It's got the crackle too. So it's just one of my favorite.
It is a cool piece. Hey,
Yeah, the
Robert
poses,
Doan's
Kirby
Pills.
poses.
Yeah, Robert Doan's Pills says Molotov pens are better. I've never even heard of those, but now I'm going to check them out. I'm writing this down.
And also, you can throw them into somebody's store and blow it up too. Right?
can do
Molotov
what?
pens.
Oh,
Like a cocktail.
It's Molotov, I think.
Okay.
I'm a little confused there, Dan. I think.
And then this is the second one that I did.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it just has
Fun, man.
you know, I mean that gun alone was. And this is not a creation. I just blue lined a copy of the finished piece that was Joe Sennett
just
inks
inked it?
and just inked it. Yeah.
Are these
And-
just for recreation, or is somebody?
This is recreation, but I'm gonna put it up for sale, and the Jacob one is also up for sale. But Kirby is just especially with the brush, it's just so much fun. I recommend everyone try Kirby inking with a brush, and you know it's what comic art is all about. And
Comic
dialogue.
It
The
looks
dialogue in this is where Dr. Doom is trying to convince his citizens to love him at gunpoint. That's what's going on here, and
like
there's a
liberal.
bunch of dialogue, and Kirby, in his pages, like on the margins, he suggests what Dr. Doom is saying. So this is coming from Kirby, but interpreted by Stan Lee. For no one knows what is best for you except your mighty sovereign, Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
at gunpoint.
And he knows what's best for them at gunpoint.
Well, this looks
Dear
like
leader.
Sennett inking Kirby. So I mean, that's a really cool thing. You should do more of this. Like, just instead of recreate, like grab some blue line Kirby stuff or some old Buscema stuff and ink it.
I think I'm going to do that because recreating it, I'm redrawing it. And that's like, several hours of toil. When I do blue lines, I make them as faint as possible because I don't want to see blue on the original art. And if you look closely, you can see little traces of blue, but it's not that obvious that this is blue.
Right. I think this is a really cool thing.
Yeah.
How do you do the lettering? What do you do the lettering with?
It's a secret.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
I know how he does it.
Yeah, David knows.
Okay, well, I want to hear this too now. All right, Dan, do you got something you want to share with us?
Actually, I kind of showed you guys last week this little thing that I got off of Redbubble of my art, and it's on Redbubble. It's like $23, but it's kind of cool because it almost has it's just a plastic block, and it's printed in the back, but it has a kind of a feel of 3D. It's not 3D, but it feels like 3D. Anyways, I actually use it sometimes for drawing. I use it as straight edge. Anyways, they're available because it's super straight, and its edge here is like is sharp, So
You can cut somebody with that.
yeah. So it's really it's a cool thing. Anyways,
It's very cool.
available on Redbubble for like $23 or something like that. So I thought it was pretty cool. I might as well.
That thing is
bring
more
something up.
dangerous
I
than a
rarely
ninja
sell anything, so
That's right, man.
yeah.
Hit somebody in the head with that, and it's over.
Yeah, and now this is the smaller size. There's a bigger one. This is like the 4-inch one. There's like a 6-inch one too. You can get a little more expensive, but super cool.
6 inches isn't so big.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's huge. What are you talking about?
Well, that's very cool. All right, you guys, big reveal. You saw it here first, or you're going to be able to say you saw it here first. At least the inked version, they're not colored yet. I'm just starting that. But all three, well, actually all four, but I'm only going to show you the three that I did. Covers for Wraith of God 3 are done, and you're going to see them right now.
Ooh.
Hang on to your... What did Samuel L. Jackson say in Jurassic Park? Hang on to your butts.
You're supposed to do Blazing Saddles. Hold on while I whip this out.
All right, I was almost done with this, I think, last week.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, that's great. Horse is incredible. Horses are tough to get right, and you nailed it. So that's good.
There we go. Thank you. So this is going to be the cover A version. Of course, yeah, I did. We were talking about how I used a brush to ink the pumpkin last time, right? So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you sign it yet?
no.
That ink looks kind of shiny.
Yeah.
I've got a little of that acrylic in there. That acrylic black. It's mixed. Well, actually, this is no. I take it back. This is the Speedball Super Black, but it probably does have acrylic in it, mixed with a little bit of Higgins. So there you have that.
Makes it really nice and black.
Yes. Here's the EC variant. This will be.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. I think these are my favorite ones. The old style stuff. Oh, that's so cool.
I like.
Oh, you
this
didn't
a
go with the
lot.
headless. You didn't go with the headless horseman, though.
No, because I put him in there, Dan, and it was so ridiculous. I thought it's going to be too funny for what I'm trying to go for. If it was a parody thing, I would have done it. But I actually had him penciled in there, and I was like, "This is just too silly. I can't do it."
Okay.
So I used
Just like,
that's cool.
Very clever. A character that's mostly black in the background, which makes the the head really pop forward.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool either way.
Did the lettering there on the board?
And
Nice.
There'll be like I won't be using EC bullets, but there'll be Empire Comic bullets here and here, and then the number here, just like they'll have the exact same layout.
Wait, hold on a second. You have to tell the reader that it's scary.
That's what all the Haunt of Fears and Tales from the Crypts all had, like fear and horror and terror on the side.
Taskmaster Dan picked up on
what
that.
if you're in the mood to read something scary? It's like, oh, we're here.
I'll get this. This is scary.
That proves it. Yeah. So no, that's for the parents, I think.
Yes, let the parents know. Now this head here, Gary, all brush.
Oh, I tip my hat to you. That
is awesome, Aaron.
Yeah, it is
freaking awesome.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to buy that cover.
Well, no, wait a minute. Here comes the 1972 cover version.
Ooh.
So you'll have Empire Comics across here, the number, the code sticker right here. Then, of course, it'll say Wraith of God, and it'll have the head of the Wraith right there. And then, of course, down at the bottom, there'll be some lettering down here. But that's the image.
Oh, another great horse.
I can see that the center of interest in this is the Derringer.
Yes. Look at that little gun.
The Derringer.
Well, I wanted a cover that was.
I was looking at her other guns.
Yeah, for bombs. But no, I wanted to do a cover that was Esther centric, and so that's kind of. But we also got the other characters in there, so it's kind of fun. I actually kind of like this one a lot. Might be my favorite.
Yeah.
Interesting composition, though. Very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So anyway, this will look like the 1972 Marvel box art cover, and so that's the three.
I like those two. Darn it.
Two of those, the originals will be up for sale, and one of them I'm keeping, but I haven't decided which yet. So
you
you
may be doing this already. I would like to see some of the inked pages from the previous Wraith. You showed some of it. I think it was King's or your Sunday show. I'd like to see some of those again.
Okay, I'll bring them out next week.
Show one.
I want to show this real quick. There's going to be one perk on here where you get all the roughs that I do for the campaign.
Cool. I love roughs.
And I want to show you and that includes, I usually do layouts for every single page or almost every single page. So you get all those, but you also get all the cover stuff, right? So I have all these small ones that you'll get.
I love that you switched the head to the other side. That was good. Mm-hmm. The first rough.
Oh,
for that.
It didn't work.
It works better. Yeah, because you have three heads on one side and then one big one on the other. That's perfect.
Right.
You would switching it like that, Perfectamundo.
Thank you. So we get all these, but then look at these. I redrew this like multiple times to get this right. So you get that. You get that. You get that.
Oh,
the little blue line action here. And this is the layout for the back cover image.
That's a like very Dave Stevens-y pose there.
Mhm.
Well, you know,
Yeah, it is.
this one here.
No,
The guy.
Great.
Oh,
Ray.
oh, I guess it is. It's kind of Rocketeerish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll put a backpack on him, and so anyway, you get that's going to be one of the tiers that you get all of the roughs for the campaign. So I just want to preview that stuff a little bit as well.
Sweet.
How come you don't talk about the tier where the your scratch pad is available as well?
I got the David Williams garbage tier. Well, check this out. Since they don't make those Raphael Kalinsky, what was the brand? Help me out, Gary.
Raphael.
What are they called?
Raphael.
Oh, did I say that? Raphael Kalinsky. Yeah, the Red Sable. Right. They don't make them anymore, or at least the size that I want.
Well, the number that you want. Yeah, I still get them, but it's a different number.
So I tried these. These are new ones. Russian Red Sable brushes, and so they're number 2.
So they're commie brushes.
Yeah, but they look like they have pretty good tips on them. I don't know if I can get that in focus.
What's the brand name?
I saw these on Amazon, on Dick Blix. I was going through set of 3 pure Russian Red Sable brushes for detail work. AIT Art Select.
Never heard of them.
I hadn't either, but they were like. I thought, I'll give it a shot, see if they're any good. If they're not, well, learn my lesson.
Next week, you're gonna give us a review.
Well, I've been using my last Raphael to ink those covers, so I haven't broke any of these out. I don't have any reason to break these out yet, but maybe today, as we get a little
why not?
Sienkiewicz-y. All right, so we're going to try and do our best imitation of Sienkiewicz type style and approach to an illustration here, and see if we can pull off something kind of wonky and weird. So, David, I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm guessing you're probably gonna do something with Batman.
No, I was actually thinking of doing like one of the New Mutants.
Oh, okay. No, that would work. Dan, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking of Wolverine. I just know I had an idea to last night. I had a vision. I said, artsy fartsy. What would be good? And Wolverine came to mind.
Well, you take the art concept and throw in something commercial. That would be Wolverine.
I'm thinking either Moon Knight or Batman, since David's not doing Batman.
Moon Knight.
All right.
Yeah, I think Dan's onto something. That it doesn't matter how it turns out. It's Wolverine, then he'll sell it.
That's right.
I don't usually go with the Marvel characters, but I just like I thought of it, and I thought this would be a good one because I know what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to do this sort of I'm going to use charcoal. Actually, it's going to be an interesting experiment. So,
Ooh,
old-fashioned, very old-fashioned thing.
Go ahead, David.
Got my Winsor Newton charcoal sticks here.
Okay.
On one of these open-ended themes where we're picking what character we're going to do, we should do something different where we pick for the other person. So like if I pick one for Aaron, he has to draw it. Dan has to pick one for me, and Aaron has to pick one for Dan. Something like that. You know what I mean?
No, so I like that.
We're throwing curveballs at each other.
Okay.
I hate it.
Well, next week we'll do regular format, and then the next time we do special. Let's do it like a special show, like this, a weird show every once a month.
Yeah.
And then so next one, I like that. We'll do that. We'll just like make someone else pick something for them, and I'm sure I'm going to get manga. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Could you give me Aaron a manga Tari Force character, please?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's right. You guys could pick a Tari Force for it. That would kill me. Okay. That would be good times. All right.
What did Tari Force ever hurt you? What did it ever do to hurt you, buddy?
I cannot stand
hater.
I can't video game adaptations into comics. It annoys me. And,
so Aaron, did you mention what you're going to do?
I guess I'm doing Moon Knight.
Okay.
But Sienkiewicz Moon Knight, I think, if I get a grip, how many times am I going to start over? Or maybe that's the key, not to start over at all.
Yeah.
Just keep at it until it works.
Until it becomes something. That's what Bill would do.
Yeah.
That's why I work in pencil.
All right.
Yeah. Before you start, Aaron, Evil One says, Gary, I got to run. Make Aaron get my supper. I don't know what that means, but I guess you do.
Well, Evil One for $2 before he leaves says that EC Comics variant sucks. You got my address. Yeah. I'll be sending you. Yeah, you're right. It's so terrible. I'm going to throw it away. No. I'll send it to you instead. Let's see. Do it the day Kelsey gets back, if he ever does. Okay.
Yeah, Aaron, if you do want to sell that cover, man, you sell it in like 2 seconds.
Oh,
I'm
going to sell it because I need money.
What is this? Treasure of Sierra Madre? You doing the Humphrey Bogart imitation here?
Now you're talking.
We're young. We need dough and plenty of it.
Just draw. Look, we're all artists. We could draw our own dollar bills.
That's right. Hey, I got a Trump 20.
Especially Gary. Gary could totally do a dollar bill.
Yeah, Gary's actually the guy who could.
$1,000 bill. Get busy, Gary.
Yeah.
You'd probably do it just to see if you could do it.
Torchbearer Studio says, does Gary have a new sign every episode? First, I can't spit. Now I have to use the back door.
Well, he puts these little Easter eggs out there to see if you guys are paying attention. And I think they're inspired by Mickey, but she hasn't shown up yet. So,
before you start drawing, Aaron.
Yeah. Oh. Your good friend Phil Diaz with 2 L's. That's Phil has 2 L's, not Diaz. Aaron, thanks for helping us get funded on Sunday. My pleasure. It was great having you on. And speaking of that, I'm going to have J.C. Vaughn, president of Gemstone Publishing, will be joining me on the Sunday show this week. Or I guess that's next week, right? And talking about his latest Al Capone vampire comics. So,
I've read some of that. It's great stuff. And boy, just anybody who wants to tune into that. I mean, JC is just an encyclopedia of comic knowledge.
He's great to talk to. He knows everything.
He knows all the comic book creators and knew them all. And he's so his knowledge is vast. And I could just talk to him all day about comics and people and comic creators and stuff. It's so cool.
Yep. Stealth X5 for $2. We still getting double the beef today from Gary, and we are. And so why don't we lead off the show with that, Gary, since you're doing 2 of them.
David's starting early.
Well, no, go ahead and start. What's your beef, Gary, or at least what's your first beef?
So you can draw to my soothing, comforting beef right here.
Wait a minute. What the heck?
Huh?
Okay, so my first beef. We'll do the second one later.
Yes.
My first beef is buffalo wings.
Uh-oh.
Man.
They're not beef.
Is
that the problem? You figured out that
chicken. I love chicken. I'm a huge chicken eater. But the idea of buffalo wings, it's like the wing is like the least edible piece on the chicken next to the neck. There's practically no meat on it. So I'm envisioning, this committee from the poultry industry sitting around thinking, you know what? We throw these wings out by the tons. What can we do to dupe the public into consuming them? Well, if we come up with some fancy sounding name for a sauce,
mm-hmm.
It can't be a sauce that anybody's ever heard of before, and make it the incongruity of it, make it intriguing. Okay, so they came up with buffalo sauce. Now, buffalo sauce sounds interesting, but why don't they put it on regular chicken parts? Like, you never hear buffalo drumsticks or buffalo breasts. It's only the wings.
Buffalo breast.
I mean, I would eat a buffalo breast because it's got
some woman.
It's got a healthy amount of protein.
Pair of buffalo breasts.
You're making a meal out of wings. You need a bucket to put the bones in. And let's not forget the poor buffalo.
Using the breast on that buffalo.
Like, weren't they used to be like endangered or something? Now they're making sauce out of them. Hasn't the buffalo suffered enough? That's my beef.
Americans are just aghast.
That's right. You know, Shelley's a Native American. She's upset by all this.
Yeah. So Shelley knows the buffalo suffered enough.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
I don't know.
Us Navajos, we don't like it.
I don't
Hi,
know.
Shelley.
The Chicago hoes don't like it either.
Hey, Ange. I see some names. Oh, you know, I always come in at the right time. I guess it's always this show. But I walk in to hear Gary say, buffalo breasts. Nothing like
It's not safe here anymore.
No.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I was going to say, I feel like you're scribbling just a bit.
No, we're trying to do Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't even know if you know who he is, but
I do. Oh,
very
do not
weird.
diss me like that.
So it's impressionistic this week.
yeah, so it's getting a little weird.
Well, let's see who we got. Wesley.
Does
That part of it is just doing kind of like a sketch.
Dan. Henry.
Does Moon Knight have like a billy club like
Kind
Daredevil?
of, doesn't he?
Doesn't he?
No.
Yeah, he does.
No, he
Doesn't he?
Maybe not.
No.
I thought
Doesn't he have like some sort of club or something?
No.
I think you're wrong.
I think you're. I think it does.
Was I in Longmire? No, but I watched it.
Evil One, $2. Thank you, Evil One. Not convinced, Gary. Need some buffalo breasts now.
No.
If it was a thing, I would try it.
Well,
Hippies
they do.
use
They
that
do
too.
make buffalo sauce now. You can like buy
Mhm.
buffalo sauce. So I suppose you could put it on whatever you want.
I challenge you to show me a menu in a restaurant that serves buffalo breasts.
Oh,
It just sounds
Well,
obscene for
I
some
do
reason.
think there is a place called Hooters.
Didn't they go out of business?
Yes, they did.
Oh, they ran out of buffalo breasts.
Yeah, it's because they were serving wings, right?
Oh my gosh. Yep. We figured it all out.
oh wait,
What?
they haven't closed all the way down. There's still
And they
some.
were selling breast.
Aaron, you sound disappointed.
Well, I'll tell you this: they have the best wings of any of the buffalo joints that you can go to.
How do
Hooters
you
has
know?
the best wings.
So you're a wings
I know, I've been
aficionado.
there multiple times. You guys act like it's a strip joint. It's a chicken place.
Well,
Yeah, you go there. Okay. Yeah, we're buying this, Aaron. You go there for the food.
yep.
Look, we were in Arizona and Nebraska game back in '90.
Oh, is this the one they lost and you guys came off the plane?
Yeah, we were
all
really
sad?
pissed off. But
I had to pick them up at the airport and they all just sadly walked off the plane, all sad and slow.
now, so we were on campus at Arizona State to watch the game, and then as Arizona State was marching the goalposts down the street, to our humiliation, we stopped into Hooters, and they had the best
Boobs.
Well, okay, yeah, but they had the
Yeah,
best.
don't pause after you say they had the best.
And here's the other
It's like
thing.
fill in the blanks. We don't want to go there.
Because I was going to say wings, but they're not wings. They're little drumsticks is what they really are. Those little tiny, yeah.
Those ones, those are the best.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about. He's looking at me like, come on, Bill, you know this. Come
You've
on.
made the Buffalo Wild Wings, haven't you?
I don't know. I've barely left the house in 2 years. What do I know?
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm just saying it's not all wings, Gary.
Well, that's just one restaurant.
Okay. John with no H for $5. Thank you, John. He says, this feels too controlled to be Sienkiewicz. You boys just slop some paint out there and try forming it until it's art. Well, we're trying to get a little basis, to work off. I'm going to get the ink out right now, and I'm going to use my finger, although I may put a rubber glove on it so I don't have to wash the ink off. I don't know. We'll see.
Aaron, the chat, your sequential treasures is reminding you that, yeah, okay.
He has an Egyptian ankh type club. I don't know what that means. I'm putting a club in his hand. And since it's Sienkiewicz, I can make the club look like whatever I want it to.
I'm looking, someone else mentioned that too. Was it sequential did it twice? We did it before.
Could be.
I think I upset a lot of people about my beef. They're defending wings in the chat.
I love wings.
Including David.
I kind of feel like I should get a big brush.
Yeah, I agree. He wouldn't. Sienkiewicz would not use some, 00 brush.
No. Do I have a big enough one? That was the question.
I think, Dan, you might be penciling too tight.
Yeah, damn.
You'll see.
Okay. You always have a plan, so I'll be quiet.
Okay, I've got this massive.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to have to dry brush though if I get too much ink on it.
You can splay it and do cool effects.
All right.
Okay, hold on a second.
It sounds like a dying quail or something. Here we go. Angela Curry says for $5, thank you, Angela. She says boneless chicken wings are practically glorified chicken nuggets. A guy tried to sue Buffalo Wild Wings for this too. Cheers, guys. Someone tried to sue them for not actually providing buffalo.
What, for deboning it?
That is so stupid. I believe someone did do that, but come on. Seriously? All right.
So it's basically chicken byproducts covered with buffalo sauce.
Yeah, well, it's all about
And the American consumer.
All about the sauce.
Okay, yeah, don't get me started on the American consumer.
Ooh,
Aaron, there you go.
I still think I'm like being too controlled, but we shall.
I'm just giving you guys a heads up. There's a gnat flying around, so I could lash out any second.
Well, as long as it can't fly between screens.
That's what it's doing, flying between my screen and my face.
Have you got your chopsticks or?
Yeah, that's right, Gary. I challenge you to grab that thing out of the air with your chopsticks. Now, see, that's too wet.
Yeah, you got to do the dry brush thing. You got to wipe it off every time. You need more practice paper for that.
Well, we don't get practice.
Not enough
paper.
cabbage. More.
No,
cabbage.
I mean to make it so it's dry brush.
Right. Okay.
Paper towel works really well.
Well, I've got all this butcher paper on my table here, and that's kind of what it's for, is to
Butcher people?
Yes. Why is there something? Is there something wrong with that?
Captain Bip2 says Gary's going to have seizures. He warned us. So when I lash out, I'm actually having a health issue.
So the idea is to make it look as crappy as possible and somehow save it, right? Isn't that kind of what the...
I don't think he starts out trying to make it crappy. I think he's just kind of feeling his way.
I'm definitely...
I like what you're doing, Aaron. Remember, you're not trying to make it super tight.
I know I got to be careful. I'm going to like start to...
Yeah, I noticed that you're like going over lines and stuff. You don't have to do that. And see, well, I like that you're holding the brush on the end, not by the bristles.
You gotta...
That's very artsy.
Keeping it loose, baby.
Put on the beret and you're all set.
I could live in France and do this on the side.
Art says, what brush is that? Round, filbert, mop, flat?
This brush is probably that. It's probably older than I am.
Would you find that like under your kitchen sink?
No, I was laying over there in my tray, so it's like I've used it before to fill in blacks in like in large areas.
Okay. Oh boy, Torchbear Studio says Aaron has a limp wrist.
You can't even do his cannibal thing. Okay, Gary, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Wait a minute. What are you doing? Are you nuts? This is some sort of weird magic trick.
He's transferring it.
No,
This is a weird magic trick he's doing, I think.
It's just old school art, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Not,
Creative Face says Gary's ink mare is that brush. Well, remember that that phrase ink mare. It'll come to play again later. Dan is like doing alchemy here.
I know. It's like, is he crazy? I want to see what he's got going on. This is now. See, I'm using the old ink wash technique, which is actually kind of helpful.
The druid's druid. He's not just any old druid. He's acclaimed in his druid community.
That's right. He's like the highest of the druids.
Right. Says, hail chat. Hail Graybeards, just got back from work. And this stream is always so nice. I'm going to watch it twice. And he says also, hail Grandmaster Gary Martin. Wow. Thank you, Druid.
All right, I'm getting out the paper towel. Look out!
Master of ceremonies.
So you're using art supplies that you pull from the trash.
Yes.
Me?
David inspired you.
It's the Sienkiewicz way. I don't have any flipping idea what I'm doing. You know, ink wash is not the smartest thing because a watercolor would seem to be a smarter way to approach if you want to get an ink wash effect because it...
Are you going to color this?
Well, it's Moon Night, so I mean, I'm going to do something. I'm not sure what.
See, Dan has a plan. You're just kind of fumbling around in the dark.
I am doing it the Sienkiewicz way.
Yeah, but I think he has a plan, though. When he doesn't look like when Sienkiewicz draws or paints, doesn't look like he has a plan, but I think he does.
Well, yeah, but he's he's done it a million times. So
Right.
yeah, he knows what he's doing. I'm
No,
learning, Gary.
And here's, David, does Sienkiewicz ever use a template?
yes, I synced it.
Yeah, he does. He has like, I saw it too in Chicago. He had like 3 figures that were pre-drawn. And so he would just, people asked for a certain character. He would then use the template to draw whatever.
No, I'm talking about he's using a circle template.
Oh,
Sure he would.
Okay.
see, the thing is, when you're doing the Sienkiewicz style, you can like just go nuts and then just, come in and put some white out over this and that and the other thing. And
Torchbearer is complaining. Torchbearer Studios is saying Dan's hat is super focused, but the art is blurred.
Yeah.
yeah, Dan, your head is in the way.
Yeah. Okay. Now the art is in focus. Now the hat is in focus. Look at that. That's like microscope on the stitching on that hat.
Okay, I'm turning my hat around. The old thing I hate, of course, but
That's how the kids do it.
I know. Well, I told you guys my plan. Every time I go past kids, I wear the hat backwards, so it makes them not want to wear it that way anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God! I don't want to. Gat guys wearing it. Oh,
that old fart. Yeah.
Well, I'm ruining it for them.
Isn't it kind of like Facebook? All the kids were using Facebook, and then all the adults started using it, and they fled from Facebook to Twitter, and then they went. Did the same thing on Twitter, and so now they're on. They went to Instagram, and now they've got a TikTok because we keep following.
I can't use that reverse psychology because all my neighbor kids want to be like me.
Yeah, Mr. G, I want to be a pimp too.
G Money, I want to be like you,
Papa G.
Brian Smith says, Dan paid extra for the hat with the bill on the back.
Yeah. In case I get sun on my back.
Wesley Gleason, I'm going to try that. He's giving me gnat wrangling tips.
Do you have fresh fruit nearby?
I do not. I think it's just my sweet personality.
I was just going to say your sweet personality, Joe, man, huh? Okay.
I just went through a huge bag of Oregon peaches.
Well, that's where your gnat problem come from.
Well, they're not in the house anymore, though.
Yeah, but the gnats still are, Gary.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yep. Oregon peaches, they're like you get a chance to get Oregon peaches in season.
You're supposed to send me some.
I don't know how they would be, because you have to buy them when they're ripe.
He's gonna send you a box full of gnats, is what you're
doing. Exactly. Gnats and peach pits. So like an Oregon peach when it's ripe is like the flavor will haunt you like a lost love.
Wow. That's some serious poetry right there. If I turn
okay, David, I should have known better. I see what you're doing here.
That's right. You should have known better.
Yeah.
If I turned this in to a Marvel editor for a cover, they would kick me out of the office. If Sienkiewicz turned it in, they'd go, "This is brilliant."
Yeah, you're a genius. Aaron, get that crap out of here and never come back.
Make room for the genius.
Well, that's the old argument I would say about like Frank Miller. Like, if we didn't know who he was and he turned in those pages, would he have gotten a job on Dark Knight? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
they would have turned them there like, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the art wasn't that well drawn, but it's all the story that he's good at.
Well, it's I tried to make a point, I think, on Kings the other night when we were talking about that one guy that who was it? Some image artist that's kind of fallen on hard times, and they were trying to raise money for him. And I had brought up the point that what a lot of guys neglect when they get in this industry is the politicking that you have to do to ingratiate yourself with enough people that they will think to give you work or want to give you work because they like you or whatever, rather than just rely on the fact that, oh, I'm a good artist, so someone's going to hire me, because it doesn't always work that
just
way.
Sit around and wait for the phone to ring.
Right.
I've been doing that for 30 years. I'm starting to figure it out.
Just started.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just it's who you know. A lot of times that's where a lot of jobs are. So
yeah, and that's the major advantage for people who live near where the company is you go down to the office and hang out. You will get work that way.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just it's not anything malicious. It's just really you're off the radar. You're not you're just there, out of sight, out of mind, kind of thing. So if you're around, you're like, okay.
It's always been probably not so much these days because deadlines don't seem to mean anything to anybody. But back when these were like real periodicals and had to be out on the stand, no ifs, ands, or buts, just being available sometimes when someone dropped the ball meant you had a job. If you were like walking around the office, there was always somebody who was having problems and was like needed somebody right now.
Yep. A lot of times artists will come in with unfinished work and they get any artists in the area to help them, and so you can get work just by being there. Mm-hmm. I did that a lot at DC. Creative Face says Aaron's comic layouts are genius. And
I pay Creative Bay a lot of money if you guys know.
That's what I was going to say.
Freak of Boogie says, loving what you guys are doing. Looks great. And Susan Ronan says, I thought Aaron was going to use his finger.
I'm getting there. Gary, hold the fort down for a minute. I got to go get some water for my whiteout. Be right back.
Okay. Let me read some of the more pithy chat. Spaceman is recommending get Harry and David peaches from Oregon. Great. Yeah, that's one way of doing it, but they're like 3 times as expensive that way. Jay Dredd wants to know, David, what character is that?
Cannonball from the New Mutants.
Where'd it go? Spaceman says Dan's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Is that
the fun thing about doing this kind of art, though,
is character or his art ability?
Probably my art ability.
So Dan is insecure about his character.
Can't be that stunning, obviously. You know what's great about this kind of what's great about this kind of art is you can just say I'm done any moment,
That's true. You could stop at any time and no one will know.
It's like, hey, that's the way it's supposed to be. What are you talking about? I'm kind of doing a Docky Savage like thing going here.
A Docky Savage?
Doc Savage-y. How's that?
Doc Savage, that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, Docky Savage, he's the one that hangs out at the questionable drinking establishments.
Well, that's the one I'm drawing. Yeah.
That's the name of my dearly departed dog, Docky.
Dog's name was Doc Savage?
No, just Docky.
Oh.
He was Doc, but called him Docky.
All right. I'm putting on the surgical glove, although I can't get my fingers.
This is gonna hurt.
So you're it's gonna get messy up in here. Is that what you're saying?
You're not gonna like this, but it's good for you.
Okay. Look at Aaron. Utilize his thumb.
I am, because I was going to use the rubber glove, but then I can't get the thumbprint, right? So,
Right.
Give your art the finger.
Use those fancy gloves.
That's right. Bill doesn't use fancy gloves. He just goes for it.
Those highfalutin art tools. Aaron, you might be
Give
onto
your art,
something.
hey, Aaron, give your art the middle finger.
Yeah, the
No,
chat's
you're right.
way ahead of you,
I should.
Aaron.
I should. Give it
Dan,
a middle
the
finger
chat
right
is way
You
ahead.
gotta hate that art.
now. You gotta hate it. You can't love it too much.
Showed you,
Yeah,
boss.
I think you can't care how it comes out. I mean, you just have to go for it.
I'm not really getting the. Oh, there we go. I've never done the thumb thing before.
I'm not sure what this means. John Smith says he's using the right thumb because the left one is too powerful.
John,
That just sounds funny.
I don't know. All right. So what I really need is, should I use whiteout, or should I use like a acrylic white?
No, use whiteout. Use that whiteout pen. You saw Bill using it.
Yeah, he uses tons of whiteout. But he does it, like as a layer, not just correcting.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Henry Jeremek says Gary Martin, Aaron mentioned inking over blue lines of Kirby and Buscema. Would you consider adding Gil Kane to that list? Sure. If not, then who else pencils would you like to ink? I've done Gil Kane. I did him in one of my volumes of the inking book. He's hard. I would like to do a Gil Kane piece that was inked by Klaus Janson. That would be fun.
What are you trying to
I
fix
think
it?
Klaus and Tom Palmer were great Gil Kane inkers.
I thought you were saying you were going to try to fix it.
No. Although the Jacob piece that was originally inked by Mike Royer, I didn't do a strict recreation. I did make some adjustments. Royer, he is considered, and rightfully so, one of the best Kirby inkers. And I've had several conversations with him about his approach. And one of the things that he told me is that he tried to ink Jack exactly the way it was penciled. He wouldn't make any adjustments. And that's like a two-edged sword. It's, it's good and bad. The bad part is Kirby in his pencils laid down a lot of line weights, like contour lines and that kind of thing. But it wasn't that consistent. He didn't do it everywhere that he should have. And Royer didn't make that adjustment. He inked the thicknesses the way they were drawn. And so that's an example of where I went in and made some that I thought should be thicker and some thinner. Those are the kinds. That's what I mean by adjustments.
Royer,
he didn't.
Let me understand this. So you know more than Kirby. That's what you're trying to tell us.
No, Aaron, when you're drawing for knowing, okay, like your last Kit Carson.
Carter.
But,
You did it on purpose.
Jeez.
that did you put in line weights here and there, but do you do it everywhere?
No.
You know, like contour lines?
No.
No, you rely on Eureka for that.
Yes.
You do it a little bit.
Instinctually.
Yeah, you suggest it in some places,
Yes.
and that's what Kirby does. And Royer would ink Kirby's suggestions literally, and he wouldn't.
Oh, he wouldn't take. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgive you then.
Thank you. Thank you, master.
So much better now.
Yeah, so that was my point.
All right.
Had to step out. What did I miss?
Oh, Gary's criticizing Kirby. You know.
Oh. I was gonna say, Mike Royer used to always come and visit and get work when I was working at Warner Consumer Products. So I would talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
Real nice guy. I always wanted him to ink me so bad. I was like, please. He's like, I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. I'm like, yes, you do. Quit lying.
He's the one with me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm I'm getting inspired here. I may just change my style.
Shut up.
Shut
Well,
up.
yeah, it's this is coming out better than I was expecting.
You and me both, man. My whiteout is just like it's as old as I am. And yet you keep adding water and you think, well, okay, I can use it. Look at this. I'm using the wooden end of my brush. Huh? That's something Sienkiewicz would do. Sienkiewicz, sorry.
Wow, this artwork is a piece of crap, but the master technique of using the end of his brush holds it together.
Yep. I'm telling you, I'm on to something.
I do it all the time.
Well, my hand is covered with whiteout and black ink and
Well, that's something I noticed that when Sienkiewicz was doing that color piece and he was markers and all kinds of crazy stuff, he was using his fingers a lot. They didn't seem dirty. And it's like, how is he keeping his hands clean?
well, because David was sitting next to him and he kept wiping it on David's shirt. David wasn't paying attention.
Headless Bourgeoisie says, very avant-garde, Aaron.
Oh yeah, I'm
What real art is happening here.
yeah.
You have to suffer for your art, Aaron.
Oh, this is like
Hold on a second. Hang on to that thought, Aaron. Paulus Art says the blacks and the whites are in harmony. At last.
this is like finger painting. I mean, it's like finger painting with a purpose.
Did you turn off your camera on purpose, Mr. Purpose?
Oh, how'd that happen?
Don't know. YouTube might be censoring you.
That's right. Go this. What you're trying here, Aaron, is
Yeah, it's
very
too bad.
unsettling to some of your audience.
He's getting
Yeah.
seizures.
It's,
Like Elvis Presley shaking his
Oh.
hips.
I lost my camera hookup. What happened? Did I accidentally pull the plug?
Sequential Treasures, Aaron says, that's how Aaron is correcting all those Kit Carter books with Dan's name misspelled white out with his fingers.
My camera went dead. What the heck?
Your the one showing your artwork went down?
I don't know what's going on here, but I'm tracing the cable to find out what happened. How can I have pulled that out?
You don't want to be in a
Henry
hospital
Jeremick.
with Aaron.
Henry Jeremick is asking, it was said that Jack Kirby would not lay out anything. He would draw from the top left to the bottom right of the page. So would he create panels as he went? That's correct, Henry. He would lay the page out in his head. He would visualize it in his head, the whole page, and then he would just start drawing. So he didn't have to do layouts. And that's one of the reasons why he was able to produce so much work, do like 4 or 5 pages a day. While you're looking, Aaron, we got a couple of super chats.
I lost my hat, so now we've got glow coming off the top of my head.
Who's that guy in Aaron's studio?
Best name I can think of for $2 is I'm surprised that Aaron isn't inking with a glove. I was going to, but I needed the fingerprint effect, and you can't do that with a glove on. So I'm getting messy.
Why don't you use paper towel?
Stealth, that Sienkiewicz wouldn't use paper towel.
Yes,
Stealth X5, $2. Aaron's piece is looking good. Thank you. Thank you.
Aaron, could you please read Queen Mickey's chat?
Hail chat. I've been knocking on the back door for the last 1 hour trying to get get a Gary Martin autograph. The hippies in the back door only. See, he doesn't answer the back door. That's the problem.
Right. That's why they have to use the back door, because they don't answer it.
He likes the back door.
Hey now.
Okay, David, don't force your fantasies onto me.
No cannonball. He doesn't see. You got to get him when he doesn't have access to the cannonball.
Yeah, the chat is Richie Dupe says the glare. Glitch. Glitch says, why is there a giant light bulb in Aaron's square?
Dang it. Why is this not working?
Sequential cheddars, we have not done the second beef yet.
Well, my beef is my camera.
Best name that I can think of says, I was waiting for David to go there. See, the difference is, though, you would think it. David says it out loud.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
looks like the camera was unplugged. Plug it back in, or duh.
It's telling you what you've already done.
I know.
But at least you have a backup. When my camera goes out, we're out of luck.
All right, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Get out of here.
So
is that you leaving? That's going to fix your camera?
Yes.
Okay, he's gone. So now what do we do? Well,
it's our show. Finally,
the teacher's gone. What can we do?
Let's talk about this basket.
Yahoo!
Oh, there he is. Oh, my bad. What I meant to say was, we love Aaron.
Got it. Now it's not working again. I may have to go forward, keeping my art a secret until the bitter end.
Yeah, you're just going to have to show it. This might
Come on,
be,
baby. Why is it doing
this
that?
might be part of your master plan there, Aaron.
I know, right?
Oops, my camera's not working.
And I'm just going to pull out like a Sienkiewicz at the...
yeah. Does
this look just like what Bill would have done?
Yeah. Show this giant oil painting.
Yeah. Sorry, gang, but...
yeah, this...
spend the whole show trying to fix it, or I can just move forward.
Yeah, at some point. I mean, there's nothing you can do that on air that's entertaining. Okay, let's see.
There's proof in the pudding right there, though. Let me see if I could turn it this way. You can kind of see what I'm doing. There you go.
How much time?
Paul Taylor from Canada, $10. Thank you, Paul. Aaron's boomer moments are always highly entertaining. Paul, thank you for the $10. You know what is also really entertaining? So there you go.
Now keep that handy, Aaron. Wizard sleeves.
Okay, it says, did you learn camera work in film school or didn't you? Okay.
See, he's yelling.
Right. Okay.
How much time do we have left?
Oh, we got a half hour, 37 minutes.
Should I color mine? Should I paint mine?
Done.
Yeah, put some color on there, dude.
You got time.
And let it drip.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, why not?
Hey, Bill would do it. Oh, that was a big old glop of white out.
Well, see, that's what you should have entitled the show. What would Bill do?
I like it, actually. Oh, I just made a huge mess, which is probably exactly what I should have done. My goodness, Aaron, what the heck?
Oh, shoot. So, Aaron, you going to use any glitter glue on yours?
Am I supposed to? Does he use glitter glue? Are you trying to talk me into doing something really bad, Dan, because I'm ignorant?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all. Go for it.
Go for it, man. Put the glitter glue on there. I don't even think I have any. My kids haven't been in grade school for so long that it's. I
Yeah, I understand you're not using any of that on your artwork.
Well, I'm not as good as Aaron, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now he's really suckering me into it.
Torchbearer Studios.
Only the really true guys that are like Sienkiewicz
real
do
artists.
it. Yeah. I'm
Torchbearer
trying.
Studios is
I'm no Aaron
suggesting
LaPresti.
None of us are.
We're all very thankful for that, I'm sure. What were you going to say, Gary?
Torchbearer Studio says Bill used colored ballpoint pens on those New Mutant covers. I want to see David break out the gel pens.
No.
David, are you still there?
Yeah. Breaking out the paint.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Gouache.
I
don't know if it'll be good on this paper, though.
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
David, just ask yourself, WWBD. What would Bill do?
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you were giving him like some sort of weird cryptic web address.
Yeah. What, some urban lingo that you...
www.whatwouldbill.do.
I can't find my paint tray.
Bill wouldn't use a paint tray.
What?
Yeah, he would mix the paint in his hand.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Gary knows.
What the heck?
I should have made this Wraith of God, then I could use it as a cover for campaign.
The chat, if you want to translate Aaron E's, what he's saying is, when this goes up for auction, it's not going to be cheap.
I actually kind of like this.
I could tell.
Yeah,
I
I
could
tell you,
tell.
this stuff is.
That grimace has turned into a grin.
Yeah, it's like he may be onto something, that Sienkiewicz guy.
Yeah,
What?
you splatter shit all over the place, and that's you're done. That's what,
Yeah. Stealth X5 says, so when is the next art auction?
Good
Right
question.
Well, I have a bunch of stuff stuff.
Yeah, I think we should do one soon.
Buy it right now off the board. Let's go.
Okay, so what do you think about this? So I got contacted by I'm not going to call anybody out here, but just give you the situation. So
You can give us the initials.
this charity auction being run by a celebrity who's no longer with us. But
You're talking about Oprah?
no. And I gave a couple times to the auction back in the day, but then I didn't anymore, and so they keep sending me a thing, and I don't respond to it.
They're hounding you now.
Right, and but they got a very prominent comic book artist who I know and greatly respect to email me.
Was the with the initials of
AH?
No, it wasn't Adam Hughes. But I thought to myself, okay, do I cave now because this guy contacted me, and or do I stick to my guns and go, you know what, I got other auctions or other charities that I give to, and you can't give them to everybody. And
so how does this guy know if you're donating money or not?
well, because they obviously told him, hey,
It's not.
out.
It's private, right?
Well, this guy is the one that got me into it in the first place years ago. Said, oh, it's a good cause, you should do it. And so I did, and then I
But
did
he
it.
still shouldn't know if you're doing it or not.
Apparently he does.
Yeah, that's kind of sketchy.
But does it make me look bad to this guy I greatly respect and like personally to not do it? Or
Well,
should
it depends on if you want his respect or not.
Well, see that.
So it has nothing. It's at this point, it's bigger than the auction, the charity. It's about your relationship with this.
Right. That's what I mean. It's sort of become that now.
It's become that, yeah.
And I kind of like.
So
wow.
the cause is secondary.
But does it make me? I feel like it makes me look. If I do it now because he's coaxing me when I wouldn't have done it before, do I have to go, oh yeah, I was going to give anyway, but I just forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Or
No, I mean you could do something like I have a couple of charities that I'm interested in giving to, and so I kind of stretched thin, but you know what, you've convinced me this is such a good cause. I think I'll do it anyway. Something like that.
oh, that makes me look really good then.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I'm flat broke, but
Yeah, you want me to get? I need to sell my own artwork to pay my bills, but no,
yeah, exactly.
The problem is if he
Give
watches
the
this,
widow's mite, the little tiny change I have in my pocket left to my name.
the problem is if he watches this, that's completely blown out.
I know, now he knows. I mean,
Yeah, but I think that's still, since I don't know who this artist is, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. That's really kind of sketchy because that's up to you.
right.
If you're in a position to give, if you decide that you don't want to give any more money to that charity, or for whatever reason, that's your business. And for them to to sick the hounds on you like that, I think that's
That was kind of my feeling.
yeah, I don't think that's cool. And you know, from the charity's point of view, how would that conversation even go? You know, Aaron has been giving the last couple of years, but he's snubbing us this year. Could you, I mean, that isn't anybody's business. Okay.
You know, if you don't want to get hurt, buddy, you might want to
contribute. Like Guido and
I don't think it's anything like, I don't think someone's going to come by and rough me up or anything, but I
was.
Yeah, but not for that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's like a Seinfeld episode. It has layers to it.
It is. That's funny.
Pastmaster Dan says Lawless is inspired
by David Williams.
Well, I'm doing kind of old school art school stuff, like charcoal. And so
you're gonna finish the club or whatever that thing that he's.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Citizen Ronan says the Human Fund.
Yeah.
No, it's like I have given a ton of stuff to, artwork and stuff to charities over the years, like we all have, but every once in a while you're like, I'm kind of running out of artwork.
Right.
Every once in a while you feel like you are the charity.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
hey, wait a minute. What?
I think that perpetuates the myth that comic book artists are wealthy and that we could give stuff away.
Well, you see somebody like Alex Ross will give like a double page spread to a charity, and you're like, okay, now I look like a complete jerk. Anywhere near the money he is, that's for sure.
Yeah. He gave away whole issues of books, those oversized books that he did, like Batman War on Crime or Superman Hope and Wonder Woman. He gave all those away for charity.
Really?
Well, I mean,
must be nice.
That's what I'm saying.
But Druid says, just tell him to buy it. Then he can donate the profit to his charity.
There you go.
Win-win.
Yep.
Well, it's funny. This is I don't hardly give to any of these sort of corporate charities anymore because like you go into Safeway, for example, and they will say, do you want to give, something to the children's fund? And I'm like, wait a minute. If you guys are concerned about the children's fund, you're a multi-million-dollar corporation. Why don't you give them a gift? Why are you trying to get more money out of me when I just paid for your, these groceries, right?
Right. I think the same thing. When a celebrity is asking.
It's the easiest thing in the world to be a guy that starts an auction and then expects everybody else to contribute to it. You know what I mean? It just, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I mean, I guess I am being a dick, but
you're not trying to.
Yeah, but you're not trying.
So you're off the hook.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then you never know half the time how much that money is actually going to the charity, or is it going to pay for the people that are running the charity?
You don't know. Yeah. Marcus Killigrew. I'm on hold for work and can't really hear you guys. The show is better.
Where is that?
There it comes.
Where is Marcus at?
That's
there he is. Marcus, you're one of my favorite people on this show, and yet I want to. Okay, I'll. How about that? Well, I don't know if that was enough.
I love that movie. There's so many great lines in that movie.
Oh, okay. I didn't want
to. When he comes around, take care of him your way. And the giant says, "What's my way?" Well, when he sticks his head around a tree, hit it with a rock. And then the giant says, my way isn't very sporting.
Yeah. That's such a great movie.
Do it your way. I gotta use that phrase more, Aaron. Do it your way.
My camera is making this fizzing noise. I wonder where that was coming from. It's actually coming from my camera. That can't be good.
No.
Oh,
It's gonna blow up. You just watch.
Well, see, that is entertainment.
That'll boost us past the
Yes.
Chelsea lighting his art on fire.
Yeah.
This
Anything
blows
with
up on
fire
me.
is like. Toshiro says, Gary, can you ask Aaron to check his email when his fingers are clean? I made an intro for what's in David's trash.
oh boy, here we go.
All right.
I think
Am I
that should be a weekly segment.
Is that in my Twitter, is he saying?
Let's see. I scrolled. Email.
All right. Man, you're interrupting my Sienkiewicz. Man, my hands are a mess. Look at Dan. Dan is like, he's like Ruben or something, you know? He's like, we're sitting here like doing Jay Pollock, and he's like,
Yeah.
this is my best impersonation of David. What do you guys think?
It's sketchy. When you get in close, it's very sketchy.
Your whole following the rules is very sketchy at this point. Let's see here.
So it's actually clever.
More
He just
sketchy.
Here's the heck out of it in the beginning, and now he's noodling it with his pencil.
You can't noodle, Dan. You got to be bold. What would Bill do? Ask yourself, what would Bill do?
Angela, I think that's a good idea. Okay, Toshiro, have you found it yet?
I'm looking. It's no. Let's see. It's not in my spam. How about my super spam? Oh, there it is. You're in the super spam, which is I mean, you got to be really spammy to
really sketchy to
get in there. More sketchy than Bill Sienkiewicz. Okay, this is not spam. Oh, now I know Toshiro's real name.
Oh, that was an evil laugh.
It was. Well, it's like, can I use it against him at some point? See?
Yeah,
Here,
so watch it. Toshiro, watch it.
You're all, thanks, Gilbert.
Hang on a second here. Okay. What's in David's trash? Gives me an MP4. Let's see. Okay. Downloaded. There it is. Doggone this. Oh, okay. Hang on. Nothing's ever easy on my computer. What did I miss? I don't see it. Did I miss this super chat?
No,
Oh, you're just saying I'm putting you to sleep?
we're waiting for you to pull up the video.
Dude, I'm working on it. It's got to be reformatted. He didn't format it correctly for my needs. Nothing's easy on this show, folks. I'm really kind of concerned about my fizzing camera, though. Why would it be making?
You can work on that later.
That does not sound good.
I'm trying to get the video up.
You don't have to solve the camera problem right now.
No, you're correct. I do not need to solve it right now. What I need to do is finish my Sienkiewicz thing instead of trying to create a new. Okay, hang on a second here. So, Gary, you have another beef, don't you?
Yep.
Well, let's. Well, I'm trying to figure this video out. Let's do that. So, ladies and gentlemen,
You don't have to show the thing again.
oh no, I'm showing it. I'm showing it. I'm showing
right,
it.
all
I have
right.
an intro for a reason. There we go.
I want to use my expensive sign that I made. Okay, beat number 2. Some of you are going to really love this one. Chopsticks.
Optics?
Chopsticks.
Oh, chopsticks.
And
you gonna
someone
try
in the
and-
chat already brought that up, mentioned chopsticks.
Yeah.
That's going to be for
That's me.
today.
Are you going to try and catch that gnat?
No.
With the chopsticks.
No. I'm talking about how Americans love chopsticks.
Oh.
Do we?
That
No, really do.
Americans feel compelled to use chopsticks whenever they eat Chinese food. And I've never
true.
understood that the invention of the fork is so superior to the efficiency of a chopstick. It's not even close. But for some reason, when Chinese food in any environment, even if takeout, when you're eating it at home, we feel compelled to use those ancient tools.
I don't.
What I don't understand, I mean, that some people can call that cultural appropriation. I won't call it that, but some people could.
Yeah.
Is that what really gets me is that I don't use chopsticks because they're not that efficient. So when I'm in a Chinese restaurant and I have to ask for cutlery, for silverware, I get dirty looks. So,
No, wait a minute.
that's my beef. Stop looking at me cross-eyed when I ask for a fork in a Chinese restaurant.
No, wait a minute. Is this you also ask for no vegetables and you get shunned every time you do that too? I don't think you should be going into Chinese restaurants, period, Gary. That I think
you saying you think they're mad at me already, and so when I ask for a fork,
no, you look at you're not going for the cultural experience, obviously, because you don't want to use the silverware they provide. And you're not going there for the food because you go in and try to change it. So you need to go someplace that can meet your needs, like McDonald's or someplace like that.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I want to get lo mein at McDonald's.
No, you go and you can go and say, leave the vegetables off, and they'll go, oh, we will.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. No vegetables, please. We're way ahead of you there, Chief.
That's right. We've removed them from the store. Ah,
Get out of here, round eye.
Once again, David Williams goes where. Oh my goodness.
Angela Curry says Gary's getting pitchy like Seinfeld. That's true. When I get upset, my voice goes up.
Well, okay. So I'm going to try and run. I think I've got this video. So let me try and run it. Let's see what it looks like. What's in David's trash?
Thanks.
I got to put some music on there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, music.
There it is.
Perfect.
Music on there and.
Perfect. So David, that's a weekly thing now.
Oh my goodness. Thanks.
So that means you have to plan ahead and put interesting stuff in there.
That's right.
Dude, he's gonna fill it up with more Doritos every week.
Well, he had that. What was that? Truffle sauce,
No, that was black truffle.
Hot sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was very interesting.
That sounds good. Sounds very good.
But we need to know why it's not black.
Yeah. Yeah, people in the chat like this segment. They're asking for more. So David, get ready. Yeah, you have to prepare for the show now.
I know, right?
I don't think you do. I think just reach down and whatever's in there.
Whatever's in there is in there. Exactly.
Oh, Brian Smith says DWAMs will pull out Wraith of God next week.
Damn.
Who said that?
Ooh.
Also, here it goes.
Meanie.
Oh,
He's
Brian, you're on his list.
That's right. Which one of you suckers said that?
Oh, Brian.
Shit
Of all, or, I'm sorry. Yeah, Brian. I'm sorry. Far be it for me to mispronounce your name after what you just said about me. Here we go.
Dang.
Won't be hearing from Brian again. Or maybe we will. All right.
Okay, that
I'm
reminds
pulling my
me.
brushes out, and I'm just going to use my finger from now on.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good,
Yeah.
did it? I just got clipped again.
Aaron,
On the art or at the people?
Yes.
we
Yes,
have
Gary.
another gem from Creative Faye. Please share my screen.
Oh, okay.
Origin of Gary's beef.
Why is that?
Why is that Rex shank black?
Nice.
Look at the look on her face, the girl's face. It was like, Faye, it's like you were there.
Oh. Marcus Kilger says this show has gone down a dangerous path. It is. If you mess with me, it's dangerous. All right. Now I just want to like spread paint with my finger all day long. I don't even care what it looks like.
Well, that might be the clue, is that you should start dipping your fingers in, wet art supplies, then you don't care anymore. And that's the attitude you need to have when you're doing this style.
I think you're onto something, Gary.
Boy, I'm not going to read all the wisecrack remarks in the chat about your fingers. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, well, I guess I deserve that.
So when is our next art auction?
I don't know. It
Damn.
depends on when you guys want to lose money next. I kid because I care.
You want to go back to doing like one?
No.
No, David doesn't want to do that.
Well,
So
I mean,
just
you don't have to put an art. You don't have to auction off something if you don't want to.
That's true. I could always go twice.
Yes. Yeah.
I can auction off something that you drew.
Please don't.
Wow. Well, I've got that old Spidey drawing. I should pull that out. That David did.
Why are you guys attacking me today?
We feel threatened by your.
Dan, are we attacking David?
No.
Shut up.
There you are, David. The white men have spoken.
And I vote
Then
to
again,
get
I don't have his perspective, so.
I vote to get Karan back on the show. Work on a new title card.
See, the thing is that intro music only goes so long, so I keep adding names to it, and then the music's going to run out.
I'm done.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
I'm gonna done-ish, yeah.
Dan is signing his.
You guys are pissing me off, man. I'm just starting to have fun.
Are you?
Dude, this is like next level. That's all I'm saying. Not sure exactly what that next level is, but
Aaron, are you trying to convince us or yourself?
I'm telling you, Gary, I like it.
Okay.
I'm going to do more of this crap.
Hey, David and I are done. So,
Wait a minute. I got to get it.
Yeah, you spilled the beads there, Aaron. You said it out loud.
I've got to get an ink pen. Doesn't someone said he uses ink pen, right?
Yeah, it's not the tools though.
Well, no, wait a minute. Okay. I caught that. All right.
Aaron, David and I are done, so we can go to recess. You got to keep working.
Now, hang on. So I'm just adding I'm adding a little flair.
Okay, he's adding color. Red? Are you adding red?
Yeah. With a ballpoint pen. It's
I love Dan's piece, but that's not a Bill Sienkiewicz.
You got to look at it a bit closer. It's got lots of sketches.
What do you mean? Look at it closer. Is it like the whole point of Sienkiewicz is you look at it from far away?
Do I have to cock my head too and squint my eyes?
Blur your eyes. Yeah,
that would help if whatever works for you.
Peripheral vision. Look away and just like barely glimpse it.
Yeah, it's peripheral vision art.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm done. I don't know, though. That's the problem with Sienkiewicz art is you never know when you're done.
Yeah, you just have to stop.
Mm.
I'm going to sign it.
The Druid says the atmosphere Dan created with that charcoal is impeachable.
All right.
Impeachable. It's like Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Hang on.
On the mind.
We will. I apologize, guys, for the camera problem. I will get it fixed by next week. But are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Freddie?
Ooh.
Wow.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It looks like a total mess.
Yeah, doesn't it?
That's closer to what's his name who used to draw Punisher?
Texera?
Texera. That feels like a Texera.
Oh yeah, there's a Texera.
You're right.
It takes a while to learn.
Yeah. What's that stick that he's holding?
I have no idea. We'll just skip that part.
Okay, it doesn't matter though.
I put a little red pen in there, which I'm sure Bill does that like as an underdrawing, and I just put it on for effect.
Like when you don't see it from far away, but like Dan suggested, you look close.
Yeah, look at that red in there. Yeah.
Genius, that red. Staff of
someone, Stealth is offering me $1 for this. I might consider it. Look at the finger painting I got going on.
Aaron's got more medium on his fingers worth more than $1.
I know, right? That's the dirtiest I've ever seen Aaron get his hands.
Oh, that's not bad. The left one isn't bad, but it's got a little bit on there. But anyway, there you go. There's my Sienkiewicz.
I would say that was a success.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, let's see who's going to take second place here. Let's see what David's got. Oh, well.
Where's that smoke coming from?
Yeah.
Wow, that's explosive diarrhea.
I like that though. Very stylized, very sort of linear and angular, like
his old style.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see the angles. That's what I should have done in mine. Yeah.
Oh, Torchbearer's reminding me to put the moon symbol on his chest. I'll have to do that. That's very cool, David.
Yeah, it is. That's very graphic. It does remind me of his earlier stuff.
Yeah, and definitely top 3 today if we were keeping track, which we're not. It's not a competition unless you guys want to tell me how much you like mine in the chat. That's fine. But
chat,
nice. Let's see what Dan Lawless is trying to pass by as Sienkiewicz here. Let's see.
It even looks like Wolverine is up to something.
And that's a very nice drawing, but you're higher than a kite if you think that's Sienkiewicz.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's very cool, but I don't see Sienkiewicz at all.
No,
but it doesn't. I mean, what's more important, the finished product or honoring Sienkiewicz?
Well, that's a great piece. Okay, let's not
get
confused here. That's an excellent piece. I'm very impressed. However, you get fourth place because you're not even close to looking like Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, it's the best drawing, but the worst interpretation.
I guess. I don't know. I guess I should have had some Sienkiewicz artwork out here to take a look.
Yeah.
Well, it's true.
I just was thinking kind of artsy, sketchy thing, and that's what I was my.
Dude, it looks
focus,
more
but-
Wrightson-y than it looks.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're
Look
right.
at those hands and
Really?
everything.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a great piece, Dan. I really
Yeah.
like it. But
I like it too.
you're off the show.
Yeah, I
All right.
think our next auction that will go for
Harsh.
a
Yeah,
respect.
more than anything we did.
Yeah.
Skull Nasher says Dan is too good to do bad Bill art. Wow.
Man,
Yeah, that might be part of the problem. Is you know, I mean, you know, his work is you know, it's kind of weird because it's both good and bad. You know,
Well,
Okay.
kind of the
got to mix
Oh,
in
Byron
some stuff.
Hell,
Byron Smith saying that reminds me of Kerry Nord.
I'm in the minority. I think everything Bill does is awesome.
No, it is because I challenges you. I didn't get it when I was a kid, but now I do, and I just like it's cool because it's so different and weird, and you're always trying to figure out what the heck is that guy doing here.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be the right story. You know, I really liked Electra Assassin. You know, that was cool, but
Well, you know, it's
some
right.
of
I
the
mean,
other
just
stuff. I don't think I like the New Mutant stuff that much, but
What? That stuff was great.
Pastmaster Dan sums it up and says, "You lose for being too good." Yeah, well,
I got to figure
we
out.
have
how to
rules in place
ratchet
for
up
a
some
reason,
more.
folks. Just
Dan, what
Dump
I
a
would
bucket
like
of
to
paint
know
on
is what's the backstory? It looks like he's getting caught doing something that he
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Yeah, well, he had his claws in the cookie jar or something. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, you draw a cookie on the end of it, and now you're getting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that would be.
or a corn dog.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be great. He could
You're
really
right.
cook his own. No, that would kind of hurt when they would have burned. Well, no, and he's got his healing factor, so he could. But I mean, he could do hot dogs on the fire and stuff. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so no, it was good fun had by all. This was fun because I never would have done something like this had we not forced ourselves to do it. And I think that's kind of the purpose of doing a show like this is every once in a while challenging ourselves to
Would you? Let me ask you this: would you do this again?
yeah, I would actually because I'm
I mean,
starting
just for yourself, not for a show, but just
yeah,
for
I'm
yourself.
kind of getting the hang of it. Well, the thing is, if you no, seriously, if you take a look at this, if you do enough rough, as long as the you know there's some semblance of a figure or whatever underneath there, and you just start putting rough stuff in there, pretty soon you don't even care anymore. You're just slopping stuff around to create texture, right? I mean, that's really what he's
I think
doing.
the thing about Sienkiewicz, though, is the composition is huge. You know,
Yeah,
how he
that's
puts things together like that. So
That's true.
that I think that's what you have to really pay attention to because it's not as he's sketchy,
Well-
but he's also sketchy in the right places. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I was just getting into creating like this texture over here. And is that an interesting looking texture? You know what I mean? And it was
Yep.
kind of fun. Right?
Yeah, I think that's the Aaron the money shot when you do the tricep flex pose. That's a money shot. That's always a good strong pose.
Well, it's an easy to draw too, and it's like, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time on the drawing, so was trying to figure out what, I could do with, the medium.
Right.
And so it's, you're basically knocking in shapes, and you don't care how smooth it is or how refined it is. You're just roughing in shapes, like you're doing a speed drawing in a life drawing class, and then you're trying to get some interesting, textures here.
Abstract stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key is how to add the abstract to the realism.
Right.
It's difficult.
So,
Visceral.
But that was a good exercise in
It was a
futility.
He's a
challenge.
monster. He's a monster. Likes it. He says one of the favorite episodes. I think y'all should do this once a month.
Well, next time we'll if we did something like just high contrast, I would David would just kick our butts because that's his wheelhouse. But like Mazzucchelli or somebody like that, where you're just doing light versus black areas and creating
Yeah.
imagery.
That would be a challenge for me. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I am stuck in my realism kind of thing, very, and so it's hard for me to get designer like, that's the trick.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you spend your whole life being super illustrative. I mean, you and I have the same influences, Dan, and it's like to kind of move outside that is difficult because your brain is geared to do one way.
It's another art sometimes, really. I mean,
but keep practicing, and you'll get sloppy too. Maybe you're just not old enough, Dan. The older you get, you're like, I don't want to do all those lines. I'll just do that.
Hey, this charcoal drawing was pretty easy. I mean, I chucked it out pretty damn fast.
You did. That turned out really, really good. Unfortunately, it just wasn't what we were looking for, so we're gonna have to let you go. So
sorry, Dad.
I'm sure you'll land on your feet, man. You'll land on your feet.
Yeah.
It's the internet, so I don't care. I can find other people.
Let's do a quick.
It's not like in the old days where you got to put in your bag and walk, several blocks to the next place. Now I could just go on the next computer address and say, how about this?
Let's take a moment and let everybody know that we got stuff cooking. I've got Wraith of God 3 Fear Hollow. The early sign-up page is up on Indiegogo. Probably be launching here the third week of September. So please get in there and sign up early. What you get if you sign up early is a free trading card that will only be available to the people that signed up early and then ordered. I think I'm going to use Art Taber's Garbage Man piece that he did for me for that exclusive card. Of course, I'll color it, but it's Art's ink work, pencil and ink work. It's very cool. David has a thing called Fearsome that he's working on with EVS, and that campaign is currently active. It is in demand right now on Indiegogo. The links for everything I'm talking about is in the description of this video. Dan, of course, has his Dan Lawless artistic art tutorials on YouTube.
How to Draw Comic Books by Dan Lawless. Yeah, so I got lots of cool stuff up there for, covering a lot of different subjects and, composition, figure drawing, dynamic, perspective. And everyone seems to be I'm getting good reviews. If you look at the reviews, people are loving it. So I think I'm pretty, I try to make my stuff really clear and easy to understand. So check them out. If it's basically a little mini art course, maybe a major art course actually. And so
major art course,
appreciate that.
A bunch of mini courses. And Dan's about less than 300 away from 2,000 subs. So get in there and sub to his channel and check out the videos. They're all really, really cool. Again, link is in the description of this video. Captain Bipto says D Wham wishes his thing was called Fearsome. Oh my goodness, look at that. David is just like silent over there as he's.
Yeah, how do you know it isn't?
Yeah. Ooh, Captain Bipto, what do you know that you shouldn't know? Headless Bourgeoisie says, I'm ready to back Dan Lawless's Sword and Sorcery book. So there you go.
Cool.
All right, guys, that's it for this week's episode of Graybeards Studio. We will be back next week with a poll and back to the regular shenanigans. But I do kind of like this going off on an off-ramp every once in a while and doing something interesting like this. So we'll continue to incorporate this as the show goes on. But thank you for the
irregular shenanigans.
That's right, the irregular shenanigans. Thank you guys all for the super chats. We couldn't do the show if you weren't here to help us out, so we greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you right here next Wednesday on Graybeards Studio. Good night, everybody.